Hello and welcome to my channel. So we were discussing about the chapter that is the living world, and in this chapter we have already discussed about the defining features of living organisms, that is your consciousness and metabolism, and the last one is cellular organization. Okay, these 3 points we have discussed, and these are the defining features. And growth as well as the reproduction is not a defining feature of living organisms. Okay, so continuing with that, now today we are going to discuss some rules, okay, which are being made to name certain organisms. Like, we are having a wide range of organisms around us. Okay, so we need to name them, right? So that is being covered under the topic that is called nomenclature. Nomenclature is nothing but the naming of organisms. Okay, so uh, as I have already mentioned, that there are wide range of organisms that are need to be identified, named, and to arrange them. Okay, so this nomenclature has to be universally accepted. For that means many of the organisms have their local name, but that local name is not known by each and every person on the planet, right? So to make them understand about which organism we are talking, so there should be a common name that is being throughout. Everyone should be familiar with that, right? So for that, names are given according to certain rules. Okay, so these certain rules are made by the certain organizations, like International Council of Botanical Nomenclature. Okay, these gives names to the plants. Okay, and now again, International Council of Zoological Nomenclature, which gives name to animals. Clear? So these are the organizations which give names to the species that are being found. Okay, so they have made certain rules to describe, uh, to name the animals and plants, so that we can easily name them, right? So now we are going to discuss discuss about rules. Okay, so number one, two word name. Two-word name. This two-word name is means a name should have one and two names. Means one word and two-word name. That is okay. So this one is called as binomial. Binomial nomenclature. I'm so sorry about that. It's not bio. It's binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature system. Okay, and this is being given by Carlos Linnaeus. Okay, this system is given by Carlos Linnaeus. Clear? Next rule is that first word should be generic name and the second one should be specific epithet or species name, right? So first word should be generic name and second should be species epithet. Clear? And we're going to take an example. This will get clear if that will clear every each and every point we are discussing right now. Okay, so next third point is the name should be in Latin language. Latin language. Okay, basically Latin language is a dead language. Dead language. Why we call it as a dead language? Because it is no longer in use. No longer in use. So there is there is no scope of modification. If we are using a language that needs to be, you know, modified each and every after each and every time. So in dead language there is means there is that language is not in use. Nobody is using that language, and there is no scope of modification. If there is no scope of modification, means the name that we are going to take will remain as it is throughout the time. Okay, so next rule is, fourth one is, name when typed, name is typed, it should be in italics. Okay, and when handwritten, when the name is handwritten, it should be underlined. Okay, for example, if I take an example, let me change the color first. Okay, if we take an example like Panthera tigris. Okay, this is an example, Panthera tigris. Clear? So we can say that two words, right? Then first name is your generic name and the second one is your specific epithet or species epithet. Clear? And it is in a Latin language, and then first, and it is handwritten, so it is being underlined. Okay, and we can say that in normally constituting the fifth rule, that generic name should be starting with a capital alphabet, and the species name should start with smaller one. Okay, smaller case alphabet. So now we can have our fifth point, that genus name starting with capital letter, capital alphabet, and whereas species lowercase alphabet. Okay, now we are going to have our sixth point. Okay, we're going to have our sixth point. Let me write it down here. And the sixth point is, more than, the name should have more than 3 alphabets but less than 20 alphabets. Okay, जो नाम हम यहाँ यूज करेंगे वो होना चाहिए more than 3 alphabets. Okay, but less than 20. Clear? Now seventh rule is scientist name. Okay, the if you are talking about the scientific name here, over here, that even those should be named, those actually being named by the scientist also. So if one scientist is naming some species or some organism, then that scientist name should be included also, right? So like if I take an example over here, okay, instead of writing only, I'm going to show you an example. That is Homo sapiens. Okay, Homo sapiens or sapiens, and here is Linnaeus. Okay, so this is your generic name, this is your species name, and this is your scientist name. ओके मतलब कि जो लास्ट में हम साइंटिस्ट का नाम यहाँ यूज़ करते हैं दैट इज़ बीइंग इन शॉर्ट abbreviated form में and we can add it up at the end. If another scientist modify this name, let it be X, okay, Homo sapiens is being modified by some other scientist, so let it be X, then we can say that then name becomes Homo sapiens Linnaeus X. Okay, that first scientist who gave this name is Linnaeus, and then modified by some X scientist also. Okay, then it will be written like this. Clear? Up to here everything is clear, I guess. So now we can talk about the trinomial nomenclature. Okay, let me clear this now. Trinomial nomenclature. So trinomial nomenclature is what? Like the same as binomial. Binomial has two word system. Over here we are going to take three nomenclature system. Okay, we are going to take three words, means three word name. Clear? Now for example, like gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Okay, this one is your genus name, this one is your species name, and this one is your subspecies name. Okay, so we can say that this, if we are talking of trinomial nomenclature, it is going to include the subspecies as well. Okay, next if we'll take another example like Homo sapiens, sapiens. Okay, so this one is your genus, this one is your species, and this one is your subspecies. Clear? Up to here I guess everything is being cleared. Now I'm going to tell you something more. We can say that over here we have three repeating words. Okay, gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. Okay, so these, if the genus, or we can say the generic name and the species names are same, then these are known as, such names are called as tautonyms. Okay, then they are known as tautonyms. Then they are known as tautonyms. Clear? And this type of situation, or we can say that this tautonyms are only can be seen, or say only can be named in animal, in case of animals only. Animals. Plants does not have tautonyms. Okay, tautonyms are what? The names in which genus and species names are same. Okay, these are called tautonyms. So we have discussed our rules, the nomenclature system, in which we have discussed our binomial nomenclature and trinomial nomenclature as well. So in which we have discussed the rules. We have 7 rules over there, and I guess everyone has got understand everything. So if you have any doubt, please comment. Please drop that question in your in my comment box. Okay, so we'll discuss in next video about the certain terms like taxonomy, systematics, and taxonomical categories. Okay, so which are being used further. So do watch that video as well. Thank you.